Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live watch party. We're back. It is a lovely day, hopefully, for most of us. um, Hanging out, doing all the good stuff that we do. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for watching the replay if you're on that. All sorts of stuff going on. No. One thing we're looking at well, here we'll talk a little bit about the strike when we get to it in a second, because I know people are thinking about that. We'll also talk a little bit about shit. No, okay, that's not gonna work. Last night we had a meetup with the channel members, which was a lot of fun. Matt was there. Yes. Howdy, Matt. Thank you for coming on in. So we do that once a month. If you're a channel member, it's a great feature, and I appreciate everyone. And if you haven't considered joining the channel, go ahead and do that. It's a good just way to support the channel, get a little perks. I should be able to, you may even be able to get early access to videos, at least for a little bit. YouTube finally released a feature that makes it easy to do. Before now, it was something that was like ridiculously hard, like to just try and give early access to channel members. But now it seems like something you can do, which is really nice. Charlie's here. Thank you for coming in, Charlie. Batfleck. Jim Tim. Hey. What's up, Cobra Kai family? Yeah. Not much. Tis the weekend of Indiana Jones. I didn't see it. Maybe to my detriment, a lot of like YouTube channels that do this stuff, they go see the movies and then they write these scathing negative reviews. And I've always been the sort of person who, if I don't want to see it, I just won't go see it. Like, I think it's going to be bad. It's not something I'm at all hopeful will be good or have any faith will be good. So I just avoid it. Like, why am I going to spend money on it? Probably hurts the channel because the negative scathing reviews do good in views, but it's just kind of like my philosophy of like focusing more on what's good than what's not good. Which isn't to say I didn't watch 2 episodes of Velma and make a video on that, but that's more rare, and I try to avoid it. And I definitely don't want to spend more money. Like for Velma, I already had HBO Max, so why not? Awesome discussion. Yes, it was. Matt tells you why you should be a channel member. Just hit the join button. It's right there. Did you hear about negotiations extended for July 12th? Yes. So what Jim Tim is referring to, it's the Screen Actors Guild. So the Screen Actors might have gone on strike just a couple of days ago on the 30th. Their contract expired, but the leadership of the guild extended talks for basically like a week and a half till July 12th. So the actors are not on strike yet, though they voted to authorize it. They haven't gone on strike. The principle behind it is, well, we've had productive negotiations, so maybe going on strike now would be a little premature. They also cited things like they only were talking for 3 weeks and normally would have been 5. So I don't know those specifics, but what that means is So the actors are on strike, and what I've been saying for a while, um, for people who know or remember, um, is I always thought um, the actors would make it some sort of deal with the studios, and then the um, the writers will get something similar to what the actors got. And I still think that's the case. The question becomes, do the actors get a good deal or not? At least some actors that I were reading were very pessimistic about the idea, a possibility of getting a good deal. Who can say? But the but they are going to continue negotiating. Um, you know, because from the studio's perspective, especially since so much of this is about is so much is about like residuals and more sorry, just looking here. Um Residuals in payments and such, that the writers will get a deal similar to what the actors get. And so if the actors accept something, the studios could, it's hard for the writers to like demand more, or essentially comparatively to what the actors were getting. So they would say, look at what these people got, to want more wouldn't be fair. um Devin, he has Hayes Camp. Is that Devin Hayes Camp? Is that welcome to the channel? Thank you. We'll have a channel meetup for July, maybe in a few weeks. But anyway, yeah. So we'll see what happens in the next 10 days, week and a half here. We'll see what the actors do. If they negotiate and they get something reasonably good, then I can see ultimately the writers getting something similar. Now, some writers were talking about the strike going on till September or October or something. I don't know. That would only be if the writers. What's he talking about? I'm talking about the current writers' strike and the possibility of an actors' strike, because the actors would have gone on strike, but they extended the deadline. So we'll see if the actors strike. If the actors get a deal that's pretty good, then it's likely the writers will get essentially the same sort of deal, and then everything kind of uh works out by maybe the end of July, like I've been saying. It's worth noting, like I've said, many people felt like didn't have faith in the leadership of the Screen Actors Guild, and really felt like the actors would end up taking a kind of a bad deal, a deal that more favors the studios, that doesn't quite give the actors what they wanted. But like for reasons, then the union approves a bad deal because of low participation, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll see. But if that happens, and then it gets harder for the writers to keep going on strike, demanding a better deal than what the actors got. So, if that happens, the strike could end up going on a really long time. But like if it's something pretty good, maybe like I said, then the strike, everything gets resolved by the end of this month. So let's hope so. Let's hope that that's the way it goes. LA is crazy right now because of the strike. Is it? You'd have to tell me how. I'm actually curious. But we'll see. Mr. Flamer, who is on Discord, thank you for getting in. Yeah, we'll see. Michael T. Flex. He's on Instagram, even offering some personal training. If you're looking to build some muscle, get in shape, one or the other, find Michael T. Flex on Instagram. He'll help you out. So what do you guys think? What's going on? Matt Moore is watching the Hayden interview. Hayden Schlossberg is over on Ken Cole's channel right now. I thought we could drop in. Um, they're talking about Karate Kid 3. I don't know. Not actually sure what's going on. I haven't watched any of it, but I actually do have it pulled up. But multitasking. Hold on. It's Hayden. Ooh. I don't think you get the audio though. Well, we're dropping it. Interesting. Interesting. So what Hayden just said there, because I don't think you guys could hear it. He was just saying he was talking about how like they were these super rich. Terry Silver was from a super rich family, and what they tried to do is like he was he went off to Vietnam. The parents thinking Vietnam was sort of like um the parents were thinking Vietnam would be like World War II. It wasn't. It was much worse and horrible. And then kind of like Terry Silver then only survived because of John Kreese and then went through that and then became really committed. That's what Hayden was just talking about. Looks like a pretty good interview. At least that little clip it there. Michael T. Flex. So Michael T. Flex is asking about here. He's asking about like the possibility of Sensei Kim and Mike Barnes maybe we're already working together. This is again based on something Ken Cole and theory. Um, I don't think that's the case. I think Mike Barnes, his entire character is going in a different direction. So he's not working with Sensei Kim. He's not going to be. They're kind of they're different. He's the reformed guy, the reformed instructor. Mike Barnes is very different now. So yeah, that's my thing. I may make a video myself on Mike Barnes because I guess people like it. Michael's been asking me. If they made the tournament longer. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Like the part of the problem they were in is it was like a plot problem for like how do you handle like the logic of it all. Um because Daniel didn't want to fight, right? Like Daniel didn't really want to do it, so like Mike Barnes is trying to force him to fight. And so they created this rule, oh, the returning champion can go straight to the final match. And the reason they had to do that is because theoretically Daniel could just agree to Mike Barnes, okay, I'll fight you, and then throw the first match and lose and then go home. He could just lose on purpose, right? Like that logic was always so like how do you get around that? How do you get around like the logic that Daniel could always just get away? That could just lose on purpose. So he agrees to fight Mike, but then he loses on purpose. Like you want it to be the final match, the title match, that Daniel fights Mike Barnes. So what basically Robert Mark came and did is he just created this imaginary rule that the returning champion can go straight to the finals. Go straight to the final. Doesn't have to do any preliminary fights. And then that way they can make it so that Daniel will always fight Mike Barnes. So Daniel doesn't throw the tournament. So it's like solving a logic problem. Because otherwise you would do that. But but that was the only reason that rule existed, because they were like exalting, because then they didn't have um that that uh factor. So, but that's also why the tournament wasn't longer. Would filming resume? Yeah, I assume that the filming will resume pretty quickly after the strike is resolved. You know, could literally be the next day. Depending, like if it's resolved on a Friday, maybe they start filming on Monday. But yeah, within a week at the most, probably maybe even less. I think stuff goes pretty quick after that. So like I said, fingers crossed. I'd been predicting it gets resolved in July. It depends. It does hang a lot on the actors union, the Screen Actors. um like I said, from just what I've been browsing, some people, at least the people talking, don't have faith in the union leadership to get a good deal. But if they do, stuff gets resolved pretty quickly. I think the actors get a contract, and then in short order after, the the um the writers will get something similar. Silver is a coward. Could be. uh Writers are biased to Cobra Kai as it always keep up with Miyagi Do. That is stated to be better than Cobra Kai in the franchise. I'm not sure precisely what you're saying, uh, Raccoon, but definitely they do a good job of kind of weaving in and out of both. Robbie beat the whole dojo. Yeah, yeah. Devin. Oh, you missed a lot, Devin. Um, so what I would say, what you want to do. Have you seen the most recent video? Make sure you watch it where I break down some stuff from the script. Here, let me pull this up. Um, like if this is my channel, make sure you watch this video here. And then you can watch the live stream too. This one, if you want. Like that was fun. Hayden dropped in. But that was a good one. So go ahead and watch those. Oh shoot. I hit the wrong button. Um, like, but as far as like general thoughts, like about what Tadam, like it was more than I expected. I was expecting very little, because that's usually what we get. So it was a little nice, pleasant surprise. Some people thought it was going to be a lot more, but that's okay. Um, so I guess it was fun. It was definitely like, it's a marketing thing. It's all about marketing, but so it was fun. So Johnny that lost to Daniel back then, and then Quick Friday became an because he defeated him back then and keep up with the training. Who defeated him back then and keep up with the training? Yeah, Johnny's a fighter. I think. Ricky, you seem. I think maybe you're like over analyzing it a little bit too much. Your second favorite character, Mike Barnes. Who's your favorite? You like Chosen, right? Um, Michael T. Flex with taste. He's a lot of fun. Like I've said, Mike Barnes. A complaint I have about him in season 5 is I wanted more of him. He definitely leaves you wanting more. So hopefully, season 6 there's more Mike Barnes. Hopefully, we'll see how it shapes out. Mr. Flamer. Watch party. What you think about Kim fighting Chosen or Johnny? The Julie fight make no sense at all and look like a real threat. Yeah, basic storyline. If you want your antagonist, your villain, your bad guy to be a threat, they need to win a fight, right? Um, um, but like I don't see why Chosen or Johnny suddenly makes so much more sense than Julie. Um, if we bring back Julie, they're all in it together. Um, and we don't know who else is on her team, so we'll see. But I do agree. Obviously, she needs to win. She hasn't really had a time to really shine as as a fighter. So maybe we'll just came over. Yeah, I dropped in. Jip, they call it join in progress. um, I have it off now, but yeah, season 5 Barnes was still good. Yeah, it definitely was. Shows as well as aggressive fighter. Yep. See, Michael T. Flex likes the aggressive, badass fighters, the guys who win. um, you have a winner, guy who can fight and win. Do you think Kem knew or helped orchestrate the attack on Silver's home and dojo by manipulating Barnes? Not my theory, but I found it interesting. Um, no, no. If anything, when it was manipulating Barnes, it was Silver himself who apparently helped orchestrate the burning of his store and everything. Um, but no, I don't think like I really don't think there's these grand off-screen plots or something. Basically when you have like any like grand off-screen plot, like ultimately isn't gonna play out to be true. Like it's just you just start like imagining things and such, but there's no grand off-screen plot. Like it's way more straightforward. Mike Barnes comes back in the final episode and he fills you in a little bit. He lost his store, his wife got mad and left, blah blah blah. It's really really bad. So now he's in this bad spot, and that's why he's kind of like the way he is in the final episode. Okay, I mean that makes sense. And that's it. Like, but there's nothing more. Like, you can't like look and like add. Well, what if the Sensei Kim was doing all this? It's like it's not more. It's what he said. He's filling you in the story. He's not like telling someone. He didn't steal the limo as part of some like elaborate lie, or like it's like being manipulated by someone else all off screen. You don't mind if it comes out late 2020? Um, yeah, yeah. Looks like it will be long, and probably will be out in late 2024. Definitely second half, maybe the fall. Hot take: Silver is a better man than Kreese. Silver actually tried to move on and seek therapy, while Kreese never did. Yeah, Killer. I mean, that definitely was shown in season 4, and people would say to me, do you think Silver will be redeemed? And I would often point out, well, he kind of already had that, right? Like Silver already had his redemption, and he was there at the end of season 4. He was with socializing with vegans and sponsoring wellness apps or whatever the hell it was, positive feeling apps, and was rich, and on the Malibu or wherever the shore. So he was all there. So he had his moment of redemption, but the call of Cobra Kai lured him back. Maybe Julie Pierce would be the cliffhanger. It could be. It could be. I mean, again, we don't know anything how it works. So um Yeah. Actually, the funny thing about that the scene you're referring to, my favorite part of that is where she thinks Johnny is Daniel LaRusso, because you God, that's a good scene. I like that. But um, insulted Okinawa. That goes back to the bad blood between like the Japanese and such in Korea. Um, um, like, but like I'm not exactly calling that like tons of history or something. That scene. That's just like was like a scene of them of new characters all encountering each other. Strongly believe it was not Silver that burned down Barnes' furniture store. I don't know who it was. So she found out of that are my reasons. Well, I definitely don't think it was Silver himself directly. Um, you know, just like even in today's world, like the top guy is not the one actually running around doing stuff. He has underlings doing it for him. So it definitely wasn't Silver, things kind of work, and plausible deniability and everything is what's important. Keeman is here, thank you, and Cobra Kai World, um, also on Instagram. Kind of a fan. Do you think they'll make Dimitri the winner? I mean, no, for a lot of reasons. Um, plus, I just don't think there's one winner of the Sakai Takai. But I've said that before. Michael T. Flex does not like Silver. No, no honor. He likes a straight up raw dog fighter like Chosen and Mike Barnes. Did Robbie know Bobby before he visited him in juvie? I suspect so. Yes. Even if not well, he knew he was like a friend of his father or something. And as I've said, I always think like probably Bobby encouraged Johnny to try and be more of a good father. Um, and that involved basically Robbie getting to know Bobby then too. Let's see. Burning Mike's store was too far. Well, too far or just far enough. Certainly unhinged Mike Barnes, so it had its desired effect. Alan asks, you agree if Tori doesn't win or loses again, her character was a plot device for Sam. I guess Sam beat Tori every time. Um, I think part of the problem with Tori's character early on is it could definitely be she ultimately was kind of a plot device for Sam, but I think her character has grown a lot. In the past two seasons, they were finally able to kind of unlock a little bit more of the potential. So I think it's a far more interesting character. I think that what you wrote there would be more of a valid criticism after seasons 2 and 3. And I even made videos on that. What did I? Let me find it. Do I have it? I'll show you guys. Here it is. Okay. Here, look. I'm going to show you guys. Look, this is you don't need that. The channel, right? You scroll down, find the season 3 analysis. Blah 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 blah. If you go find this video, Tori's Goro problem. This is where I talk about that. Um, she's kind of like more of a plot device. So this video, go ahead and watch that one. That's a good one. I think it was important, but I think that is also a problem that ultimately got rectified in season 4. She just felt like even in season 3, like you had like season 3, episode 2. We got a little bit of like her home life and such, but then like season 3, you saw it in one episode, then it just cast it aside and forgot about it, and that was always kind of the part of the problem. But as finally when we got season 4, I think it fleshed out a little bit more, which I guess the maybe perfection doesn't exist, and that's just the way it had to be. You can argue back and forth about stuff like that, but she just felt like so underutilized in the early seasons of her appearance. They are champs. Yep. Do you think the show would be as good? You know, you just don't know. Like you can't like um all you can do is speculate about something that doesn't exist in the universe. How would it be? um I think it would still be as good. John, Josh, and Hayden are very talented, so they had something, but it would be a different show for sure. For sure. Vecna might kill Steve. The Duffers. Keeman is talking about Stranger Things. I think Vecna's going after everyone. I don't know. The Showist, is that a YouTube channel? I feel like. Um, but that's just it's just people throw shit out. Just for the sake of throwing shit out. Um, you know, this like it's like low quality content. I don't like that stuff. Like, and that's like the way I even feel about the Sensei Kim and Mike Barnes working together. It's just like you're just sort of throwing stuff out for the sake of throwing stuff out that it's not going to happen. Like Kim and Barnes are not working together or anything like that. Do you think Chosen will meet Kreese? Um, it would be cool. Yeah, definitely. December 2024. Yeah, definitely. I think that looks very likely. Will Tori join Eagle Fang or Miyagi-Do? I think so. We'll see how they handle everything. We just don't know, how do these dojos work? How are they putting it together? I always thought she may gravitate more to Johnny. She already trained with Johnny. There's something there, but she's dating Robbie, so maybe who's that? Maybe so we'll see something there. Oh, I think that's the end of the video. Okay. Boom. What's up, world? What's up, Cobra Kai Underground? Well, I think I mentioned that. I brought it up even in the somewhere. I can't even remember the final brawl. Somewhere. Yeah, I mean, what you're saying is something people have said all along, but you know, I don't know if one's favored or not. I don't think of it like that. I think they're just trying to write the story as they see it and in weaving in and out on what works best. Red Hawk for the Sagai Taikai. Funny. We'll see. We'll see. It looks like we got Blue Hawk right now, but maybe we'll get something more. I don't know. They both have their ups and downs, and could have worked or didn't work. I don't know. I'm not going to say either is necessarily one sided. Both will Tori Nichols join them? She'll join something. We'll see. We'll see how it shapes out. Like I said, we'll see. I think she gravitates to Johnny though. 2 months, season 5 will be a year old. Yes, that is crazy, Jim. Do you think? Yeah, Cobra Kai World. I mentioned this. Um, it'll depend a lot on what the Actors Guild. Like I said all along, the actors can make a deal, and then the writers can get a similar deal. And if the Actors Guild gets like a decent deal, which some actors don't think will happen. Some actors seem to not have faith in the leadership and union that they'll basically capitulate, give up, and get kind of a crummy deal, which could prolong the strike. But that makes everything more complicated. But if the actors who recently extended the talks to July 12th can get a good deal, I think that the writers could accept something similar to what the actors get. There's different issues going on, but I think one could lead to the other. If the actors get a bad deal, I think um, because for whatever reason, you can argue forever on the reason, um, stuff may get protracted out. Um, there are writers who think the strike goes to September or October, but I don't necessarily think that at the moment. So we'll see. I don't think it'll take a few episodes for Tori to join. There could be some conflict. There's always got to be conflict. Conflict is the root of all trauma. You always need conflict. Um, there's conflict somewhere, but yeah, not a few episodes. What will their real name? If I had the answer, I would tell you. But obviously, that's what we saw in the Tadam video: is Dimitri kind of speculating on, we need a name, so that all we know is the characters that the kids, it sounds like, will be looking for a name. What will Kenny do after Silver's been exposed? He's going to kind of reevaluate himself. Um, I think his brother comes in, Sean. I think this is a way they can bring him back. People have been asking for Sean since season 3. So I think we can bring Sean back as a way of kind of helping Kenny figure out where he went wrong and such. Who will Kreese run into first? I don't know. Whoever he wants. He's a master of disguise, special forces. Opening scene of season 6 prediction. Could be a flashback. Could be something with Kreese. Could be some sort of continuation of where season 5 ended, like in the parking lot of them. Like Johnny proposed and everything. So something around that. Those are 3 guesses for you. He's but throwing them out weird theories. Like, that's weird as hell. Yes. People just throw out weird theories, Keeman. That's I hate this sort of like YouTube videos that do that. People were doing that with Squid Game, and I hate it. Like, what if number 1, he died? What if he didn't die? Like, no, he died. Like, that's very clear in the show. Like, in fact, it's revealed in the end. The whole show is about number 1. I forget his name, but number 1 was dying, and he died at the end. And he wanted to be in the games himself, try it out. That's very clear. So you make a video, what if he didn't die? Like, you're just throwing shit out for the sake of throwing shit out. God, I hate that stuff. It's low quality. You'll never get that sort of low quality on my channel. I think Johnny was motivated um, when he saw the ultrasound picture. Plus, plus maybe being drunk gave him a little bit of advantage. He didn't know better, so that actually can work to your advantage sometimes. So he was motivated. May go towards Chosen because yeah, that's also true of Michael T. Flex. They did have a good moment together, Tori and Chosen. So definitely true. Yeah, I would say Johnny or Chosen are the ones she gravitates towards. Didn't Johnny not be the one? Barnes? Yeah, Barnes definitely stepped in to help. Johnny did most of it though. Anthony will be Kenny in the final match, and they'll become friends. Yeah, I think Anthony and Kenny have a lot in common. They can definitely become friends. There's definitely something there. Will Kenny join Eagle Fang? Kenny's the one who may not join immediately. It may take him a couple episodes. We'll see how it shakes out. But yeah, Kreese won't run into him. They will run into him. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Saying John Kreese, you don't know what happened. So, something like that, maybe. They know where the Cobra hides. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think they find Kreese like that. Do you think there'll be infighting? I mean, it depends on how you define infighting. Um, um, I stand by what I've said all along, but are there certainly fans who want different sorts of spinoffs? For sure. Absolutely. So, yeah. A Mortal Kombat type Cobra Kai game. Yeah, I guess that would be fun, wouldn't it? Better than what we've had. Silver losing. Yeah, I talked about this originally on the podcast. Um, Cobra Kai Companion. We talked about this in the last episode recap. But like I think it works in a broader sense. I think Hayden even addressed it. In their minds, they're combining the fights of episode 5 and episode 10 as like one long fight, which isn't technically true, but like it's a little true. Um, so but I think it works in the context of the episode. Kenny was too aggressive. Um, yeah, yeah. You got a little carried away. A character interaction we haven't gotten yet, but you'd like to see. Things I would like to see more of. I'd like to get. I'd like to see some more Tori Johnny, Tori Daniel. Let's see. I guess more Mike Barnes. I think a Julie Daniel would be good. Oh shit. Whew. What happens when you click on your own phone? Let me think. I'm trying to. I'm thinking flashbacks to like young Sato, or like a young Sato, and maybe Kim Sun Young, something like that. That would be cool. So there's a few. There's a few for you. Anthony gets his payback. I guess it would be sweet in a way, but I don't think the show's going that way. Keeman wishes he was as tall as me. Yeah, that's not all. It's more than big legs, man. Um, Kreese versus Silver. No, it can't be the final fight of the show because our final fight of the show is gotta have like Johnny and Daniel somehow. Come on, they're the main characters. When is the next podcast for Cobra Kai? Maybe hopefully this week. Peter's been a little busy, had some trouble scheduling, but I think when he gets back from New York, he's going to be looking to record. Hopefully, so we'll see. Yeah, I'll let you know. I know it's been out. It's been a few weeks. We've had nothing, but we'll get back to it. It's just sometimes you can't always keep it going. What do you think the format of this guy? Man, that's like the big question because we don't know, right? Like that's so much of like your attempts at predicting. Like in order to make a prediction on how the Sakai Kai goes, you first have to predict how the tournament is structured, and it's like the basic thing most people miss. Like how is the tournament structured? So you got to predict that first. And to be honest with you, I don't know. He destroyed made Tory like jobbers going into the tournament. How are they meant to be a threat? It basically says in that scene, which is biased and unfair. No, it just says Robbie's really, really good. But come on, you knew that already. You knew Robbie was really, really good. Want Silver's big win? Yeah, we all want Silver's big win. Miguel, Robbie, Hawk, Dimitri, Samantha, Tori. It's a dream team. It's definitely a dream team. Chosen is the best. You always make. Yeah, great old Chosen. It's a lot of fun to watch for sure. Definitely. Um, definitely Chosen. Kreese versus Silver is a big no. Some more Kreese versus Silver interaction. Yeah, Horror Hawk. I would definitely agree. It seems like it's not over. I don't know if they're gonna fight. For some reason, I don't want to see them fight, but you want to see something. There needs to be something. But I don't think they like make up either, so it's not just they don't fight, but like they're definitely not going to be on the same side again. Too much betrayal. A big season 6 for Robbie. Well, yeah, but you could also say that about every character. Every character needs a big season 6. Okay. Oh, one girl and one male. Guy and a girl. I don't know. Miguel, Robbie. I want them all to win. See, here's like Alan, it's like, yes, who do I want to win? Um, honestly, like I'm not sitting, oh man, I really want such and such character to win. Like I don't feel that way about any of the characters or anything like, oh, I really want so and so to win. I try to look at things in balance with what's happened. Robbie's gotten a couple second places. Miguel is so much the heart of the show. We want to see Miguel win. We want to see Robbie to win. We're looking for Tori to have a chance to truly prove herself. We want Sam to overcome her doubts and be able to put something out. There's good story reasons for all of them. and I don't feel like a particular like passion towards one or the other. Like I'm not like, man, I really want so and so to win. Like it's not that way for me. So yeah, like I don't have that. I just want like a really good show, you know, and so we'll see how it works out. The plot hole. Um, eh, like I think like a bigger plot hole is how did Daniel know where to find Mike Barnes is? Like I think like a bigger plot hole is the reverse. Like he and Chosen go look at Barnes outside of his house. Like Daniel actually knew where Barnes lived, and then they follow him to his job. Like how? That's it's not entirely clear. Johnny Hardy has a safe family vehicle. That's true. It's true. It's an old car though. It's an old one from the 90s. But needs he's got that family friendly, family safe. The next generation, we don't know. Yeah, but there'll likely be a spinoff of some kind. What would that add to the story? Yes, you are correct. Sometimes like getting bogged down in those details, like even if like it doesn't make sense, but to try to explain away things, it ultimately just slows the story down. Especially in a moment where like at the end of the episode 10 we're driving towards the finale, like the everything's moving so fast, to sit around and like add dialogue explaining it just it doesn't really help the story, like so yeah, even though it's never explained in show, eh, like it actually works better for it overall. That's like editing. Maybe there was dialogue in there, it was explained and then it just got edited out and no one cared. I mean, you care, but it works better. The whole overall effect is better the way it is. You just hate plot holes like that. Well, yeah. And that's why, like I was saying earlier, maybe like there really is no truly perfect, because everything is a trade-off. If you want to keep the suspense in um, action moving forward, then that means you don't stop to explain every little thing in dialogue. You would literally have to stop and explain the plot, and whenever you do that, it's just not exciting. It's kind of boring. People are looking for the excitement. So, those are editing decisions, but in the end, it creates a better overall movie. And then, of course, ultimately, talent is knowing what's important and what isn't. When is no explanation hurting the show? But that's a whole nother line of thought. Who's saying Robbie had a bad season 5 though? He ripped his dad, got back with Tori, took down Terry, also became friends with the gal, settled things with Sam. Yeah, you think? Yeah, I don't know if anyone said he had a bad season. I don't think I saw anyone say that. So true. What does role Mike Barnes have in season 6? Um, I hope he comes on to help them get prepared for the Sakai Takai. I always view Mike Barnes as a tournament specialist. He was a tournament fighter, so he could come in as a tournament specialist. So we'll see. We'll see. That's my hope, and I hope there's more of him. Miggy and Sammy revolt against Robbie and Tori spinoffs. Get gold and season. Well, I don't think there's going to be a spinoff of any of the teen characters, so I'm not even really concerned about it. Robbie on one of the arcs. Yeah. Season 5 was really good. See episodes 1 and 2, season 5. Loved all the Mexico stuff with Johnny and Robbie and everything. So it was really good. It was all really, really good. Kim has the skills to do it. Um, maybe, but I don't think so. Hmm. What do you think the final fight? Man, I don't know, man. Oh, I don't know. Something cool, I hope. Power scaling. Um, well, it's like people have asked me about to make a tier list, and I just never did because I never liked or was particularly drawn to that sort of like content, so to speak. What is Tori looking at in that picture? But yeah, so I don't really have much of a thought on it. It's just that doesn't mean any much to me. Um, yeah, Dallas is gonna be taller, but that doesn't mean anything. So what? Anthony grew up too. Look at how he changed. Yeah, I thought it was gonna work with silver. Yeah, people on Reddit. Maybe. I mean, you'll find people like and dislike anything. You can find someone who likes. You'll think something was so amazing, and you'll find someone who's I didn't like it for X Y Z. It's like, but what do you mean? X Y Z was exactly what I loved about it. So that's not it. Unexpected. Dutch in Karate Kid 1 or Barnes in Karate Kid 3. Um, Dutch was probably more crazy, more unhinged. Um, Barnes was like more ruthless because he was trying to get his money and whatever. Between Daniel and Johnny, we'll definitely get plenty of Daniel and Johnny, so don't worry about that. Tori is the most underrated teen. She always loses, and fans always rate her low, even though she's meant to be elite. All got better fight moments. I don't know what you mean by underrated. Are you just mean by like the fans? But I mean, I know so many fans who love Tori so much. Um, she um, fascinated people. She captured them in some way that's almost hard to explain. So I don't know about underrated. It's just the show is what it is. More than Miguel and actor parts. Yeah, Morgan, in a way you're right. The Robbie Johnny parts were better. The Hector parts were interesting, kind of expected, but also over too fast. You know, most of episode one, he's looking for Hector. So really they were only together in episode two. And it was kind of quick. And they're at the club, the fight club or whatever, and it's kind of interesting, but then like it goes south pretty quick. So we didn't get to see a whole lot of connection or bonding. You know, once it starts getting interesting, it's over. Homeless son. They will. I think they'll try to wrap everyone up. Most of the side characters in some way or another. They're very contrarian. Well, I mean, you could use Reddit as a proxy for the entire internet. Whether it's Facebook, Reddit, Twitter. People will say anything. Instagram, Snapchat, people like TikTok. It's all the same. Robbie's best seasons were 3 and 4. Yeah. I think his character didn't start get going until 3. I did. I thought Robbie was like underutilized in seasons 1 and 2. But yeah, 3 and 4. The Mexico stuff of season 5 was all really, really good. And Robbie, Anthony Kinney. I'm not talking Miguel, Robbie, and the middle schoolers. I don't know. Eliza, I don't know what you're talking then. who's the Next Generation cast if it's not any of them? Who's and you type the same thing, but I still don't know what it means. Big question. When Johnny found Miguel on Robbie, and Robbie was with him, why did they not have a scene when they brought Miguel back home being in the same van? Um, it's would be wasted time. Yeah. Ride back was kind of quiet. That's like what Johnny says. It's just like story. Like one episode ends and episode 3 begins and now he's home. Like you just got to kind of keep the story going. like like where does that scene begin? Is it in episode 2? Is it at the beginning of episode 3? But like in episode 3 they got to get going with all the other storylines. So Eliza likes story a lot. You're not alone. Oh, it's the end of the thing again. Do you think Hector gives off final boss energy? I would say so. It's in the cards. I don't know what they have planned. Like I said, maybe we don't see Hector again, and this is all just my own crazy thinking. I think if we don't see Hector again, then I think season 5 was a missed opportunity. Um, I've gotten many people who say the same thing. Like it doesn't feel like it's resolved. Um, you know, it's most people feel like that. So we'll see. Because it felt like even from the first time you see it, like there could be more there. Um, so we'll see how it goes. At least he beat Silver the week in Silver. Um, you mean Daniel? Michael T. Flex? Yeah. Fans say the under 4 and even Dimitri Crusher. Um, I don't know if fans. I mean, like, do they like? So what? Like, fans say all sorts of things. Um, she's definitely like a top fighter. She's helping train at Cobra Kai and everything. So like even if she kind of like fought Sam to a draw, it still shows she's the top fighter, especially for the girls. Keeman wants to see characters eat ice cream peanut butter or peanut butter ice cream. Hector is actually going to be on season 6. Why? Well, that's not confirmed. I mean, we only have our own theories. Um, but if you want to go to my channel, make sure you watch this video. Really good one. The final brawl. Don't miss it. It's good stuff. Do you think there'll be any romance drama? Oh, there's always some. I think the show is mostly moved on from that, but it'll be there in the background. A double date would be fun. Sam and Miguel out with Robbie and Tori. Sam winning the Sakai Taikai. I think the whole thing is different. You still don't like Daniel. Yeah. I know. He's not chosen. He's not Barnes. Daniel's always going to be Daniel. Yeah, I think the show is kind of always intended to show them as somewhat equal. Similar to Robbie and Miguel. You think Cobra Kai would have been way better under Silver and Kreese if they had Sarah, Sean, Payne, Tori? They would have been unstoppable. Well, sure. If you have all of the best fighters, you'll be unstoppable. That was kind of Kreese's strategy anyway, because they've all dated each other. Exactly. We're focused on season 6. Hey, people like talking about season 5. There was a lot there. There was a lot there to talk about. It's cool. Okay. The Hayden interview is over. So guys, I'm trying to write a video on the writer's strike. I was meant to have it out this past week, but I was actually out camping a few days, so I wasn't able to finish it. But hopefully it'll be out soon, within a couple days at the latest. Just going over a few things the way I see it. So we're gonna try to get that, and I'll get some theories. I know like Michael T. Flex has been asking for a video about some of the Mike Barnes and Sensei Kim theories and stuff, some reaction to that. So we could do that. So hopefully I'll get some of that out eventually, get some other stuff out. But I want to get that other video out. We're having the 4th of July here in America. So this will be fun. I think I once put out a video on the 4th. Can't remember. Is Cobra Kai still alive? That's a good question. I think in a way, yeah. Sensei Kim. So is the lack of Tori apologizing to people taking away from her arc, or do you have faith that things will be resolved? No, I don't think it takes away from the arc. I think that's still there. I don't think it'll be much. Some people overplay it a bunch, but yeah, I think a resolution between everyone, Tori and everything. I see some sort of resolution. Maybe even early in the season, episodes 1 or 2. So, we'll see. So, but I thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for being channel members and all the support. I've been talking about another channel. It's in the planning stages. I'm going to get to it just as soon as I get some of this other stuff taken care of. But thank you, everyone. I think we'll sign out now. But make sure you subscribe. Videos talk about the writer's strike and then get into some other stuff. Have a great day. I'll see you guys at the next watch party.